Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Lesson number 3 is about Huroof Asliyah and Huroof Zaidah. What is Huroof Asliyah and Huroof Zaidah? A huroof means letters. So harf is one letter and more than one harf is huroof. So it says किसी कलिमे के मादे के हुरूफ को हुरूफ असलिया और उनके अलावा दीगर हुरूफ को जो उस कलिमे में हूँ हुरूफ ज़ायदा कहते हैं. जैसे लफ्ज़ किताबुन में काफ ता और बा हुरूफ असलिया और अलिफ ज़ायदा है. Meaning the root letters of a word are called huroof asliya. These are the original letters, the primary letters. And additional letters are called huroof zaidah, meaning additional letters, extra letters. So in the example, kitabun, kaf, ta and ba, these are huroof asliya, these are the original letters. Whilst the alif here is alif zaidah. This is from a harf of zaidah. Now, how do we recognize Huroof Asliyah and Huroof Zaidah? What's the method of recognition? Firstly, it's necessary to know the scale of a word. And according to the scholars of Sarf, they have selected 3 letters, Fa, Ain and Lam. Therefore, there will be 1 Fa, Ain and 1 or 2 or 3 Lam. Once you find out the scale of a word, the letters at the place of Fa, Ain and Lam will be called Huroof Asliyah and the remaining letters will be called Huroof Zaidah. For example, Daraba is on the scale of Fa'ala and Akrama is on the scale of Af'ala. So in Daraba, Dad comes on the scale of Fa, Ra comes on the scale of Ain and Ba comes on the scale of Lam. So these 3 letters Daraba are all Huroof Asliya. These are the original letters. There is no additional letters. And Akrama, the additional letter here is the Hamza Zaidah in the beginning because it will become on the scale of Af'ala. So Hamza comes on the scale of that Hamza, Kaf comes on the scale of Fa, Ra comes on the scale of Ain, and Mim comes on the scale of Lam. So Akrama and Af'ala and the Hamza Zaidah being the extra additional letter. Some additional information. On the scale, the letter on the place of Fa is called the Fa Kalimah, the first radical. The letter on the scale on the place of Ain is called the Ain Kalimah, which is known as the middle radical. And the letter on the place of Lam is called the last radical. So how many Huroof Zaidah are there? In total, there are 10 Huroof Zaidah, which shortened, meaning put together, it is written as Sa'altumuniha. Its mukhaffaf is Sa'altumuniha or Al-Yawma Tansahu. So it says here, yani jo zaid huruf होंगे वो हमेशा इन्हीं huruf में से होंगे. Meaning whatever huruf zaida they will always be from these letters. Sa'altumuniha, Sin, Hamza, Lam, Ta, Meen, Waw, Noon, Ya, Ha, and Alif. Or Al-Yawma Tansahu, it's the same letters mentioned. So this is a good way to memorize the letters which will be huruf zaida. We'll come on to solving the exercise now. There are these 4 questions. So first question is Huroof Asliya, Huroof Zaidah किसे कहते हैं? So what are Huroof Asliya and Huroof Zaidah? So at the beginning, this section here, it talks about the root letters of a word are called Huroof Asliya, the original letters, and additional letters are called Huroof Zaidah. And you can give an example of Kitab, Kaf, Ta, Ba being its Huroof Asliya and the Alif being its Zaidah additional letter. Question number 2. Huroof Asliyah, Huroof Zaidah की पहचान का तरीका क्या है? As we mentioned, the method of recognition is to know the scale first. Once you know the scale, you can put any word on that scale, and you'll know which letters are Huroof Asliyah and which letters are Huroof Zaidah. Question number 3. Fa, Ain और Lam kalima किसे कहते हैं? So what are the Fa, Ain and Lam kalima? So when you have the Fa and Lam kalima, on the scale, the first Fa is called, the first one will be called the first radical. The second letter, the Ain letter, will be called the middle radical, the Ain kalima, and the Lam will be the last radical, Lam kalima. And question number 4, Huroof Zaidah कितने और कौन से हैं? So how many and what are the Huroof Zaidah? So this bottom part here mentions the Majmu'ah, Sa'altumuniha, or you can say Al-Yawma Tansahu. So this lesson is complete, and we'll continue further on in the next lesson with lesson number 4. Inshallah.